Now, to celebrate the coronation of King Charles, 1,500 charities will be offering you the chance to volunteer in your community during the bank holiday weekend in May.
Yes, our royal correspondent Sarah Campbell is in Epping Forest, can tell us more about how to take part in the Big Help Out. Sarah, morning to you. You've been doing all sorts of things this morning. What are you up to?
Yeah, good morning. Can you guess? Raft building. No scout troop would ever be the same if they weren't able to build a raft. So that's what they're doing at the moment. These are our explorer scouts. They are all going to be travelling to South Korea in the summer for the World Scouting Jamboree, where tens of thousands of scouts come together. So they're pretty expert. I'll just check with Jacob. We've all had raft building disasters. Sure. What's the secret?
The secret is good, strong knots.
Good. And what's this knot called?
This is a Japanese square lashing, and it's pretty much as strong as they get.
Well, excellent. Well, good luck. Thank you very much indeed. So these guys are learning these new skills. They've got this amazing opportunity this summer, and they wouldn't be able to go if they didn't have the army of volunteers, adult helpers who really run Scouts and make it possible for all these Scouts to have these amazing opportunities. And the idea on the coronation weekend is that thousands of people will be able to try volunteering, hopefully carry on volunteering after the coronation weekend, and it will be made a lot easier by a new app that you can download today. It's called the Big Help Out app. Here's some more details. Across the UK, there is an army of volunteers giving up their time and sharing their talents and expertise to the benefit of all.
I'm Jane. I've been involved in Scouting for 23 years now. It's the satisfaction element, I think, of seeing them enjoy themselves and being part of it. It's like being one part of a big family, really.
My name is Ian. I've been volunteering at London Zoo for nearly 7 years. My background, I was a public sector accountant, so something completely different to what I'm doing here. It's just wonderful to get such new experiences, meet many new people, make many hundreds of new friends.
I'm Preeti and I volunteer for the Royal Voluntary Service. I've been volunteering because I love being around people. It gives me a sense of belonging to the community and it makes me happy.
At the last count, there were 7 million people in England alone who volunteered at least once a month. Sounds a lot, but that's about a third down on pre-pandemic levels. And it's at a time when the most vulnerable really need the support volunteers so generously give. This charity, Little Village, provides free toys, clothes and baby equipment.
We're expecting to support 2,000 more children this year than we did last year. And for us to be able to do that, we need to have volunteers on sites to be able to help. So come and help.
And that's the idea behind the Big Help Out, the National Day of Volunteering planned as part of the Coronation weekend in May.
Download the app, the Big Help Out app, find those opportunities, find out what your passion is and how you can make a difference to your community, and then select the opportunity that's right for you.
And although it's about May the 8th initially, what you really want is people to discover it, love it, carry on volunteering.
That's right. It's more than one day.
Cheers. Take care, Hannah.
There will be thousands of charities and organisations looking for new helpers.
Lots of Sex in the City again.
Oh, excellent. Right. Oh.
People like husband and wife team Carol and Andy, who spend a few hours a week in their local Age UK shop.
It's good fun, and we have a laugh and a giggle about the things that have gone on in the shop today. Yeah, we enjoy it. We like each other's company, and that's good fun for us. Keeps us young.
This is Suzanne. She spends her evenings rescuing wildlife as an RSPCA volunteer.
For my normal day job, it's very much sat down, it's very much behind a desk. So it's something that's that real hands-on helping animals, and they're really rewarding for seeing the difference that you're making.
It is a simple message. Get involved over the coronation weekend however you can and find out where your help might be needed using the new app. And massive thanks to the first Osterley Beaver Scout Troop for their excellent sign-making skills. Now then, Chris Sherwood is here from the RSPCA. RSPCA signed up to the Big Help Out. We saw Suzanne there, one of your volunteers, rescuing a baby fox cub. Very cute. What kind of things are you wanting people to get involved with on May the 8th initially?
Well, we're delighted to be part of the Big Help Out. It's such a fantastic initiative to celebrate volunteering, and we have over 10,000 volunteers at the RSPCA, and they do a range of jobs. You know, we've launching as part of the Big Help Out our new Wildlife Friends initiative, which is what Suzanne was involved in. That's encouraging people in their communities, because we share our communities with wildlife, to think about what they can do. You can set up nesting places for animals. You can leave food out for hedgehogs, encourage hedgehog highways by leaving small gaps between the bottom of your fence. There's lots of things that people can do. In addition to that, we have our animal rescue volunteers who are helping our inspectors out there to take sick and injured animals to our centres and to vets. And we also have cat socialisers as well, because one of the things about the RSPCA is we can get some tricky cats that don't like to be handled too much. Our cat socialisers are really important because they're there working with those slightly grumpy cats, a bit like my own cat. And we also have fosterers as well. We're coming into kitten season. One of the sad things we do see at the RSPCA is kittens who've lost their mum. So we do have a range of fosterers out there who are helping to bottle feed those kittens and ensure that they can go to the toilet so we can get them rehomed as well. So there's lots of ways to get involved.
Lots of ways. And I think the message is that you can give as much or as little of the time as you've got available.
Absolutely. We saw in the pandemic, a real disruption to how volunteering took place, but a huge outpouring of desire to get involved with the communities, and that flexibility is really important. So one of the things that we are proud to have launched during the pandemic is our micro-volunteering programme, and we're seeing younger people involved with that. The majority of our micro-volunteers are aged under 35, and they can do a range of tasks, whether writing to their local MP, writing to their local council, or giving some information about the advice and guidance the RSPCA has about animals on social media platforms. So flexibility is key.
Brilliant, Chris. Thank you so much. I want to move on and talk to Dame Julia Cleverden. Now, you're here representing business in the community. The King has been your royal patron since it started. This initiative, the Big Help Out, is very much part of the Coronation weekend. It's a real set-piece event. What does it tell us about the King and the Queen Consort that they want to really prioritise this?
Well, I think the King particularly has been a passionate believer in the importance of civil society all his life. And I think all the work that he has done with charities in his life has always showcased for him the importance of volunteers, whether in the Prince's Trust or encouraging companies to support their employees to be involved in volunteering, or the work that he's done across the faith communities, Jewish lads and girls, or the tremendous Muslim support on running a great programme called Mosaic.
And this is the same with the Queen Consort. You've been involved with her literacy campaign.
Yes, I mean, I've chaired the National Literacy Trust for 8 years, and she's been the most amazing supporter as the patron, and really believes in the importance of literacy champions, which we're launching as part of the Coronation Volunteers, and has seen them all over the country in Middlesbrough and Bradford and Wales as absolutely critical to help young people by getting more literacy champions engaged.
Well, let's talk about business in the community. This is about responsible businesses, and you have a real message, don't you? You want businesses themselves to get involved with the Big Help Out and essentially make it easier for their employees to get involved.
Yes, well, I think it's something that the King has always believed in, the power of business to support their employees. And I think looking at the potential for the Big Help Out and the enormous enthusiasm running in companies. I was with a big corporate gathering the other day, hearing a lot of exciting challenges, PwC saying they're going to get 9,000 people involved on the day, that this is a real multiplier. And whether that's the big retailers like Sainsbury's or whether it's all the tiny organisations on the ground.
Brilliant. Dame Julia, thank you so much indeed. So there's the message. I'm just looking to see if they're rafts are finished. They're not quite. It's a work in progress. But I think the message from today is to download that app, the Big Help Out app, and try and get involved as you can on May the 8th. And the hope is that you'll stay involved and stay with volunteering. Back to you.
You say not quite, Sarah. That ain't floating anywhere for a little while, is it?
I think, honestly, they've got to get to school, so I'm not really sure that these rafts are going to make it onto the water, but they're not. Their knots are amazing, amazing.
Thanks, Sarah. Lovely to see you. Thanks for this morning.
I tell you what, they're going to be late because it's 8:50.